I teach 7th grade life science. I've been here at O'Shea for 11 years now. And I started out with my neighbor giving me a pet iguana. And then I added a turtle after that. And eventually Fish and Wildlife had gotten my name from somebody. And they started calling me as they confiscate animals at the border being smuggled in illegally. They either have to destroy the animals or they use them in educational programs. So I became the contact in the school district. Over the years, I've added so many different animals. The room has literally become a zoo. The animals are incorporated into my life science curriculum. In fact, they are my life science curriculum. Each student will pick one animal at the beginning of the semester and begin researching that animal. They not only research the animal, they research the country, the habitat, the climate, the food chains, everything involved with the animal. So by researching their one animal, they get the whole life science package through their research that basically lasts 12 weeks. I'm not a textbook-driven teacher. I have textbooks and I have resource materials for the students to use, and that's exactly what the textbook is. It's a resource material. We study the animals and we learn about different parts of the animals, then we go to the book to reinforce what we've learned about the animals just by the experience.
I learned that 2 different lizards made it together and made the spiny-tailed lizard.
The reason they call him a sandfish because he flaps his legs and arms so he could swim in the sand.
The Savannah monitor is a type of lizard and alligator kind of mixed. His formal cousin is the Komodo dragon.
I think my style of teaching opens up the kids' minds a little bit, and they actually do learn more because it's something that they really are interested in and something they want to do. If I say we're going to get out the snake and feed the snake today and we're going to learn about the snake's digestive system as the snake is eating in front of them, then I've really got a captive audience then.
The most interesting thing I learned from this boa constrictor was the it attacks its prey. Once it strikes at it, it wraps around it and it kind of squeezes it. And once it feels like it stopped breathing, he just starts swallowing it. He slowly from it starts with the head. It seems like everyone is scared of it, but once you get to know it, you won't be scared of it anymore.
They have a natural curiosity about all these animals, but there is that inborn fear of the unknown. So by studying things that they don't know about, then the curiosity will carry them past their fear, and they'll start becoming more comfortable with the animals that are here in the classroom.
I'm going to grab him really quick behind his neck, then behind his feet and pick him up.
Hold them the right way. Like you hold an iguana. Get them on your arm.
Well, this is the monitor.
Talk about it.
His claws are good for climbing, digging, or other stuff, or to rip his prey apart. And his tongue is split in half. He's about to have cataracts. You see his eyes going white.
The way I'm about to grab him, I gotta make sure I'm not afraid of him, otherwise he might wrap around me. Like you can see, it's kind of heavy.
How much does he weigh? You weighed him.
He weighs 11.1 pounds, and he's 59 inches tall. He's tall. He's kind of heavy. So you gotta make sure you could support him, otherwise he might wrap around me.
The kids do some creative writing also, and they have to write 2 stories from the point of view of the animal. One from the point of view of the animal, a day in the wild, and then a day in captivity. And most of the time, by the time they're done writing both of the stories, they realize that the animals really do belong in the wild and not as pets, because when they're writing about them in their cages, it's like being in jail. And then when they're writing about their day in the wild, it's free and wandering around and doing what they want to do. That's the whole gist of the life science program, is to get them to realize that these animals, some of them are endangered, they do belong out in the wild.
Socrates is a gray-cheeked parakeet, and he has broken shoulders and one leg because he was smuggled in illegally from Peru. He uses his one leg and he uses his beak to hold on and to move around. The most important fact, and the fact that I wanted to learn, was how he was smuggled in illegally.
Each group that studies an animal then does a presentation to the rest of the class and for the elementary school. So if you're studying an iguana as a reptile that lives in a rainforest, then you'll be doing a presentation to the rest of the class about the rainforest and about reptiles and about the iguana. So they're actually getting all of the information, but from each other instead of just straight through the text. And I really strongly feel the best way the kids are going to learn anything is by teaching somebody else about what they've learned. That really reinforces what they're doing in the classroom. I literally put life into life science by having all these animals in the classroom. So it's a very unique kind of situation. It's captured the imagination of the school and the community. A lot of these students in the inner city don't get out that much. So having this kind of experience really widens their horizons, and it makes them know that there's a lot more to the world than just the few blocks around Fauché.